for Dash. It's 8:30 on a Tuesday night, Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And so yeah, we're going live once again. This is the second time I've gone live, and there's no editing. You get all the ums, the ahs, the buts, the me forgetting what I'm supposed to be talking about, all that sort of stuff. But I have a blast doing this because I'm kind of infatuated with Y62 patrols and full driving, getting away and getting building a community. So tonight I'm going to talk to you about airbags for towing, that sort of thing, for the Y62 patrol. Going to talk about roof rack design because that's been on my mind a bit lately about what I did with my roof rack. But I've got something really special to it's like a mini announcement, I suppose, and it's something for you guys. So I'm just going to make sure my props are here. I've got some stuff down here I'll show you in a bit. I've got, this is my old opposite lock bull bar. That's off the car, as you know, the Predator one's gone on, and that's going over to Jason in Perth. It's leaving tomorrow, mate. It's all packaged up, freighted, ready to go. I've got my props over here. So the beverage, hang on, as you know, Tuesday nights is a bit casual, so we like to have a bit of a beverage. Tend to mix it up a bit. I think I'm going to try different ones each week. Tonight's beverage is my own personal homebrew. It's in a Cooper's long neck, so we'll just drink to that. Not bad at all. I wonder what next week's will be. All right, so first of all, let's get into this. So and by the way, you can post up comments at any time. There's a slight delay with the way this works that I've learnt, but you can post them up and we can go into all sorts of tangents. And that's why I really love YouTube Live. So Thursdays, I do my edited video and I show you about what I did on the weekend and full driving or some product that I'm reviewing. But Tuesday nights is where we can kind of interact a bit, and you can talk to me in the comments. You can tell me if my audio is bad or if the lighting's bad, and I'll try and fix whatever I can on the fly. And it means get to interact a little bit, a bit more personal, I suppose. So that's why I really like this whole live thing. Now, I want to rewind a little bit. So if we go back a year ago, I had this like brainwave that I was going to like do YouTube and all that sort of stuff, and I really got into it in a sort of serious way. And I had about 500 subscribers and there was about 150,000 views, which I was totally chuffed with. Fast forward, it's been a year. There's been a video every week, and now these live things are starting to happen too. We're at, I think it's over 3,000 subscribers and 750,000 views. So I'm setting a goal. I'm aiming for 1 million views by my 40th birthday, which is in March next year. And I'm going to celebrate. Oh, I didn't plan on that happening. I'll fix that. All right. Quite obviously, I'm still an amateur. So March next year, March long weekend, I'm going to go to Love Day in South Australia. All of you guys are welcome if you want to come away wheeling as well. And but I'm not going to aim for 1 million views by March next year. Fingers crossed it goes. But I wanted to thank you guys, and I've been trying to work out ways that I could do it, because I couldn't do it without you. Obviously, you've got to watch it, and that's how it works. So I've been trying to build a community, and I've been thinking for some time now how I can give back to that community. And I think I've worked it out, and now it's just a case of executing it. So the kind of go live date is going to be 1st of December. And what I've done is all the sponsors and brands that I've been interacting with over the last few months, I guess, I've reached out to them and said that we'll support your products. I'll support your products. I'll do videos on them. You would have known about my Facebook group that I started a while back called Y62 Patrol Modified Action. If you haven't, get on it, go onto Facebook, search Y62 Patrol Modified Action. You'll see it, become a member. It's free to become a member, you don't have to pay anything. But all of those sponsors that I'm interacting with, I'm asking them to give something to you guys. And so I'll kind of read this off. It's a bit of a plug, I guess it has to be, because that's just the way it's worked out. So I spoke to Dan from KPD. If you haven't heard who KPD is, that's the people that make the carbon winch. I'm a huge fan of the carbon winch, and They do all sorts of other stuff, recovery gear, kinetic ropes, which I'm going to be testing coming up soon, soft shackles, all sorts of that sort of thing. But straight up, when I spoke to Dan about it, he said, yep, sure, anyone that's going to order a carbon winch and is a member of the Y62 Patrol Modified Action page, he's given me like a coupon, so you guys all get free shipping up to the value of $100. I was pretty stoked by that. At the same time, as you know, I've been working with Uniship lately, so they want to come to the party too, and anyone that goes for a Uniship on their Y62 Patrol is going to get a Bluetooth map select switch, and they charge $440 for them. So that's, you know, how you can have the 5 different maps and choose. You know, I've got a 98 power map, a towing map, a 91, the standard Nissan map, and a four-wheel drive map. So yeah, they're going to chuck that in. All you have to do is mention the Y62 Patrol Modified Action page, or group, sorry, when you're ordering, and you get free stuff. So I've got a few others to go through here, but I'll kind of shorten it down. Homer 12 Volt, they've got an online store, or if you're in Adelaide, you can actually go into their store, Homer 12 Volt Northern. We're going to be doing something with those guys as well. Oh, the comments. I've got to learn how to read comments. Maybe like that? No? I have to work that out. Co-Gear, there's going to be an offering from Co-Gear. So that's LED lights, your headlights, high beam lights, all the LED lights through the interior of your car. They do switches, lockers. I'm up for a Uni-chip. Yeah, good on you, Troy. Locker override, and I went out testing, so I installed it, I think it was a week or two ago, and last weekend was the first time I actually got to test out my locker override switch. Like, if you go full driving in your Y62 Patrol, just go and get it. It's cheap. It's probably one of the cheapest mods you'll do on your car. But, you know, locker, you press the button, it's on. No arguing. Turn it off, it's off. No arguing. It's just, with the Nissan, the way they do it, by the time you get to the obstacle, the locker hasn't even turned on yet, and you get to the other end and go, oh, I didn't even have the locker on for that. So anyway, get one of them. Co-Gear do heaps of other stuff. We're just refining exactly what the offer will be for the members of this group. Big O 4x4, so that's the sliders that are on my car. I'm going to do something with them as well. And I've got a handful of other suppliers that I'm going to approach for things too. But basically, if you're not on it yet, get on it, find the Facebook group, and all you have to do is to be a member. You don't have to pay anything, you don't have to do anything, you just have to be a member of them. When you order, just mention the group and you get these discounts. So pretty cool there. 1st of December, I'll put a post up, an announcement showing everything, and hopefully we'll have heaps more sponsors on by then to support you. And basically, this is win-winner, and this is the only way it works. The people that support, you know, these videos, the community, these are the people we should be supporting. So, you know, there's often, you'll get times where I could buy from a company which I've never heard of before, or there's someone which I know is involved in a community. Go for that one. Support the people that are supporting the community. That's my message for tonight. But all right, enough about the Facebook group. Let's start to talk about stuff. If you guys have got questions, post them up and we'll go off on a tangent, because that's what we do. But otherwise, I'm going to get into this airbag stuff. Got to make sure the larynx is lubricated. All right, I think we'll start with the airbags. So I'm not going to name the brand because I've had a failure, so I'm just going to say Airbag brand A. For a few years now, must admit, as soon as they were installed, they leaked. Wasn't happy about that. Had them for a couple of years now, and I do a lot of full driving, a lot of towing, so they're getting aired up, down, you know, at least once a month, if not more. Long range tank, I tell you, I think I'm going to do a whole sort of video or one of these live sessions on long range tanks, by the way, because there's a few different options, there's a few different myths. I haven't done the research properly yet, so I'll get back to you about that one. But yeah, you can probably work out what sort of airbags I've got when you saw the photo that I posted earlier. and the thumbnail in this video, but I'm going to change over to these Airbag Man ones. So having a look at the two brands, my brand A and these, when you actually look at the Airbag, they look, you know, the one's red, one's blue. They've both got this line around it. They're both about the same size. They're pretty bloody similar. So it's not until you sort of take a bit of a deep dive that I've realised that there are some differences. So the ones I've got, the red ones, now, when I had them installed, the installer said you can only put them up to 30 PSI, and that's what I've been doing it at. I did some research today, and this particular site that I was looking at said only pump them up to 20 PSI, the red ones. And then I was mentioning this on a Facebook group during the week, and they were saying you can go up to 60 PSI. So I'm not exactly sure what you can put the red ones up to. Put it in the post below if you've got them or no. But these ones, like that, is 30 PSI. Or you can get this sleeve to go around them, which protects them even further. I believe it's made of some fancy fabric, Kevlar or something like that. And then you can put them up to 60 PSI. So straight away, I've got some confidence that they'll take more pressure. The other thing, the brand A ones, they've got this like nipple that protrudes out the top, and then you put the hose over it, and then put a clamp on it, and I don't know. The clamp isn't like a screw clamp or anything. It's just like one of those spring clamps, and I'm not confident about this. This one, you get the hose, cut it square, plug it in, and it's supposed to hold air better. I don't know because I haven't got them in yet, so I will test them and do a review. But I'm liking the way these are designed so far. It looks like there's a little bit more thought. And what led me to this was the hose. So I thought I popped an airbag probably from full driving. Turns out after investigation, I didn't actually pop the airbag, I popped the hose. And the hose that I've got in my other ones, it's like a rubber irrigation hose. Are you getting some poly airs tomorrow, Troy? Good luck with that one. Well done. And I've found actually that, yeah, you'll go to different installers and they'll be, yeah, I'm a poly air man, or, you know, there'll be another one which are an airbag man. And I think it's like when you go to different pubs, sometimes you can only get a certain type of beer here and a certain type of beer there. So people have the ones that they like. But I can tell you that the red ones that I had, the hose was like irrigation rubber, and it just, like, there was a lot of compliance. You'd press it and it would flex, whereas this one, I don't know if you can see it. It doesn't matter how hard I squeeze this, it's not going to flex. The compliance of this tube is very hard, and then it's got another conduit which goes over the top. So I'm happy about that, because it turns out the reason my airbags failed the other week was it split. It was just a blowout, like a tear in the hose. I don't know, maybe a stick got caught in there or something when I was full driving, but definitely I went away, full driving, came back, and the airbags didn't work anymore. So it probably was an event that happened whilst full driving, and I don't know. But these conduit, maybe if you're getting some installed by whoever, just reading Dave, how... Oh yeah, you've got the same van as me. I didn't get to read all the comments. It fades away. I've got to fix that somehow. But maybe it's a good idea if you are getting airbags, whichever brand, is just say, can you put some extra conduit around the outside? You know, it's only going to cost a few extra dollars, and that extra protection, I think, will save you from having to do the job a second time. So hence again, hashtag, don't do what Dave did. I've got a habit of doing things twice. The Mozzies are getting me. I'm a bit smarter tonight. I'm covering up, but the Mozzies are out. So that's airbags. Next, I want to talk about roof rack design. So what started all of this is I got approached by someone, a random internet online company that sells full drive products, and they said, can you test some of our gear? I'm like, well, the next thing I was thinking about doing is modifying my roof rack, and just reading your comments here, Jamie. Yeah, okay. And I thought that I'm very keen on going for a new light bar, because mine's like 8 years old now. I have to keep repainting it to keep it black. But I was thinking about getting like one of those curved ones. I reckon that would look really cool. And I started thinking about lighting and roof rack design. So I'll show you mine. it's getting a bit dark, but I'll show you my roof rack in a minute and why I built mine myself. Yeah, the steady, yeah, I do like the steady curved ones. But just before we get to that, I've got spotlights, the Navas. I can't argue, they're sensational. So I don't really need more light, but I'm thinking of other things that I can do with the light. So a few times lately I've been out full driving. If you're the lead car at night time, it's fine, you get to use the spotties. But if you're second, third, fourth, whatever down the line, you can't put your spotties on. So, I've upgraded to the Cogear LEDs, but still they sort of cut off at a level. If I had a light bar and I could turn the volume down, so I would still get the spread, but I wouldn't blind all the cars in front of me. Another mosquito. So yeah, I'm starting to think either a curved light bar or just another light bar that I could turn the volume down. And so I found this brand called AUXBEAM, Oxbeam or something like that. They're not expensive actually, but they've got an app on your phone, and I love apps where you can turn the volume up and down straight from your phone to change it. And that means I could go full driving. If I wanted the light bar on, you could turn it on flat out, but if not, you could put it down to like 50%. It'd slightly piss off the person in front of you, but you'd get that spread. So if there are roos and things around, you'd get the spread that you probably wouldn't get with your headlights alone. And okay, total novelty factor. You can change the colours. It was a red, green, blue, and there was a dial that you could get any colour you wanted. And of course, with the Predator red lights and then the red light bar across the top. Yeah, I know it's silly and it's gimmicky, but I want to do it. So I'm thinking about that. So lighting, and I'm going to take you over to my car, and hopefully there's enough light for you to see. And I'm going to talk about some of the other things about roof rack design. Let's see how clever I am to be able to do this on the fly. Excuse me, I know this is awful. Can you still hear me, guys? Because my microphone just dropped out. Hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, I am an amateur at this. Let's see how we go. So we'll go over to my car. I can't believe that happened. Anyway, so when I got my roof rack, it's windy, sorry. I don't know if I plug the mic in now, it's not gonna work, so we'll just see what happens when we get out into the wind. But when you go full driving and you look at the Rhino racks and all the other racks that are around, ARB ones, they all either hang out a long way, and I'm not sure if you can see the profile of my car. Let's see if I can get out here. So, yeah, I apologise, it's a bit dark, but you can see my roof rack here. It finishes inside inside the car. A lot of them stick like right all the way out here, and when you're full driving, that just gets in the way. The other thing is how long it is. See if I can get the profile here, right? So I didn't want a roof rack that, some of the ones when I was looking, they stopped here, and that would just look silly. I know there's more available now, so that's why I made my own. But I wanted one that was long enough, but not too wide. And it seems like all the ones that you get off the shelf seem to be a bit of a hindrance like that, because I want it. Yeah, I wish I could show you a picture of a really nice rack. Anyway, that's off topic. So I ended up making my own. What I'm thinking about doing now is cutting this here and putting a curve on it, and then putting a curved light bar to match it, and then filling this hole up here, just so I can, I don't know, use it. I'm thinking about putting like Max Tracks up there or something like that, because I occasionally get stuck from time to time, as you'd notice. But anyway, so I'm really starting to consider what I'd love to do is actually start a roof rack post on this modified action page to see some of the different roof racks that are out there and what people are doing. Because I haven't seen the best roof rack for a Y62. There's kind of an awkward shape. We've got a longer wheelbase than a Land Cruiser or a GU. We're a bit wider. So anyway, we'll have to do some research on what options are out there. So that's what's going to happen in the, bit of a project, I suppose. I've trying as hard as I can not to ramble too much, and I can see we're at nearly 20 minutes. I keep saying to myself we're going to keep these to like 10 or 15. We've hit 20 again. So I'm going to call it. I haven't planned next Tuesday night's talk yet, so if there's anything you want to see, particular drink you want me to get, yeah, put it in the comments, and I'll be sure to get onto that next week. And whatever you do, go to that modified action page, because now we're starting to get, so I think we're over 700 people on there now. We want to ramp it up. Exhaust, yeah, check out that photo of mine. I need a new exhaust. We need to ramp up the members on that page, because the more members that are on there, the more discounts and things I can get for you guys. So get on there, join up to Modified Action and auxiliary tanks. All right, I'll research it, Jamie, during the week, because there is some research to be done on that. And get onto that group, and then I can go out and get more discounts to give back. So make sure you support the brands that support the community, and I think we're over and out. Yeah.